Welcome to Pretty Lies and Alibis. Let's seek the truth and travel the long road to justice together. What you know, Alibiers? Welcome to the afternoon recap of Day 10 in the Kouri Richins trial. We're going to jump right in. After lunch, they played the 911 call, so I'm going to play that now, and I'll catch y'all on the flip side.
911 was registered the emergency. My husband's not breathing. He's cold. Okay, what's the address? 282 Willow Court. 282 Willow Court? Uh-huh. Okay, what's the good phone number in case we get disconnected? 435 671 4987. Okay, it's going to be in Francis? Uh-huh. Okay, tell me exactly what happened. I don't know what this did. I was with my kids. Okay, I can't understand you. I need you to take a deep breath. What's going on? I don't know. I was sleeping in with my kids. I just came in the bed, did our bed, and I turned over. And he's just cold. He's just cold. Who's cold? My husband. I just don't light up. He's not breathing? He's not breathing? I need you to confirm it for me. Is he not breathing? No. Okay, can you do CPR? No. I don't know how. You don't know? I'm going to tell you how to. Are you willing to do CPR? Yeah. Okay. If there's a defibrillator available, send someone to get it now and tell me when you have it. No, thank God. Available? Okay. I'm sending the paramedics to help you now. Stay on the line and I'll tell you exactly what to do next, okay? Okay, are you right by your husband right now? Yes, he's so pale. His mouth is open. Okay, listen carefully. Are you able to lay him on the floor or the ground? On the ground? I'm just shaking. I can't touch him. I can't. You can do it. You can do it. You need to calm down, okay? He's yellow. We need to help him. I can guide you through CPR. Take a deep breath for me. I'm here with you. He doesn't have a pulse. He doesn't have a pulse? No. There's no pulse. Okay. I'm here with you. I'm here with you. We need to get him help. If you need to put me on speaker, put me on speaker. I'm gonna guide you through CPR, okay? Okay. Tell me when you've done that. Okay, I'm ready. You're ready? Okay, he's on the floor? He's on the bed. Okay, are you able by any chance to move him on the floor? Talk about it. I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's happening. I'm here with you. You're not able to move him to the floor. No, go out. Don't come in here. Don't come in here. Oh my God, my sister. You're not able to move him to the floor? Just listen carefully. We just need to get him on the floor. Don't worry about hurting them. No, he's too heavy. Is he still on the bed? Okay, if there's a sheet or a blanket under them, can you loosen it from the mattress? Yes. Okay, stand at the side of the bed closest to them and remove anything under the head. Okay. Okay, I need you to pull the sheets towards you and slide them off the bed. Don't worry about him falling. We just need to help him now. Okay. Tell me when he's on the floor. I can't move it. This was dead weight. Like it. You're not. If he has sheets out here, pull them to the floor. Don't worry about hurting him.
You know, I bet you unlock both of her and down on the.
Yeah, can you please send somebody? Okay, I have the ambulance that's on the way. Okay, there's another way to do this. Okay, grab their feet. Grab his feet. Slide them towards you until they're just off the bed. How old is your husband? 39. 39? Okay, were you able to pull his feet off the bed? I'm pulling. Okay, now grab the arm closest to you and pull the rest of the way off the bed. Again, don't worry about the fall. We just need to help them now. I have the ambulance on the way. I just need you to do this, okay? So we can get the help for him. Okay. Once they arrive, they'll take over. We just need to start CPR now. You are doing great, okay? I just need you to get him on the floor. Okay, I'm on the floor. You got him on the floor? Yeah. Okay, listen carefully, okay? Make sure that there's nothing under his head. Is he laying flat on his back? Yeah. Okay. Okay, just listen carefully and I'll tell you how to do chest compressions, okay? Place the heel of your hand on the breastbone. This is in the center of the chest, right between the nipples. Okay. Put your other hand on top of that hand. Okay. Okay. Stop pumping the chest hard and fast, at least twice per second, and 2 inches deep. Okay. Okay. Start counting out loud so I can count with you. Okay. We're gonna count 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Let me know when you're ready. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Count out loud so I can hear you. I'm counting with you. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. If it's easier for you, am I on speaker? Yes. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do you know if the front door is open? No, it's locked. It's locked. I need you to go. Is there anybody else within the home, or is it just you? It's all my kids. Okay. Are one of them old enough to go unlock the door? Yeah, it's unlocked. It's unlocked now? Yeah, here's the Here's the Okay, I need to keep doing CPR. Okay. Do I keep you on the phone? Yeah, keep me on the phone. Go unlock the door and come back to doing CPR. No, he's here. He's here. Okay. He's in my
Right him on the phone. He's on scene. I'm beginning CPR, chest compression.
Okay, is the ambulance there with you? Yes.
Not yet. The ambulance is en route.
Oh. Okay, are we doing CPR still? Yes, he's doing CPR. He's doing CPR right now. Okay. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. What kind of vehicle do you have outside? Me? I don't have a vehicle outside.
White Toyota 4Runner.
Okay, did a paramedic take over? The paramedics haven't arrived yet. We're in the back. We're in the back bedroom. Who's there with you? Can you hear me? Okay, okay. It's fine. You can get somewhere. Before I go. When did you ask? You talking? Oh. No.
After the call was played, the next witness to take the stand was Detective Woody. She was the lead detective initially in this case, but now she is a canine officer. When she arrived on scene, she saw Eric's sister Amy outside in the driveway and went and spoke with her. She's asked, "What did you talk about?" There's an objection in the sidebar. The jury is sent out for Detective Woody to be questioned. Amy told Detective Woody, Eric told her he thought Kouri was trying to kill him. The defense says in her report there were 2 separate talks with Amy, and in both, Amy said Eric thought Kouri was trying to kill him. She also told Detective Woody that when Kouri would drink, she would become erratic, and that her and Eric had been fighting a lot, and Eric told her Kouri threatened to kill him. Detective Woody talked to Kouri about that statement, but nobody else. So they bring the jury back in and they go back to the driveway. Did what she say suggest Kouri could have been involved in Eric's passing? Yes. From the driveway, Detective Woody went inside the house and interviewed people and also spoke to another deputy and then with Kouri. Kouri tells the story of the night, having a drink. Kid had the nightmare, went with him, came back, found Eric cold. She also told Detective Woody Eric said he was having chest pains the night before. She did not talk about Eric using drugs. A paramedic did say to Detective Woody it could have been an aneurysm since they saw nothing at the scene to indicate illicit drug use. Detective Woody noticed the garbage cans had been emptied out in the kitchen, and when Kouri was asked why, she said their housekeeper did it. Detective Woody asked Kouri for the name of the housekeeper, but Kouri didn't know. The night Eric died, Detective Woody did not have a search warrant for the house, but she did look in the immediate area she was in. After that, they asked permission to go beyond where Eric was into the kitchen because that's where he was before he went to bed. They found nothing indicating he had taken drugs. At that point, she didn't ask to search the rest of the house because there was nothing to suggest a crime had been committed, and she was also trying to be sympathetic to the family who was in obvious grief. Katie gave Detective Woody Eric's medical records a couple of weeks later, and Detective Woody gave those to the medical examiner. Once it was discovered he had fentanyl in his system, they got a search warrant for the house as well as Kouri's car, but found no fentanyl. Both Kouri and Eric's phones were seized during this search warrant, and they did find the THC gummies. The phones were sent to have the contents downloaded, but with all the deleting Kouri did, it complicated the process. They did get information from the private investigator hired by the Richins family about what he found on their phones. Then later in March of 2023, she went to work with the K-9 unit because she had wanted to for years, and that is when Detective O'Driscoll took over as lead investigator. On cross, is it fair before you went in the house you thought it could be a crime scene? Yes, but there was no crime scene tape put up at the house. The witness said somebody was posted at the bedroom door where Eric was to control who went in and out. Did Kouri give you permission to search the kitchen and the bathroom? Yes. Did you check to see if her housekeeper came that day? She can't remember. Did you see the empty hydrocodone bottle by the bed? Yes. Where is it today? She doesn't know. For the search warrant on April 13th, 2022, were you in charge? She doesn't think so, but she was present. Did Kouri know the search warrant was going to be executed? She said Kouri was detained by the sheriff's office for around 10 minutes for them to explain the search warrant was going to happen, and Kouri was upset hearing this. Was there a dog in the house? She didn't see one? Maybe it was put up. They tried looking through Eric's phone, but it was kind of confusing. They looked through his call logs, but not much deeper. Detective Woody did get a timeline from Katie. Then she asks if she was aware that reports in Summit County indicated there was fentanyl and THC. She doesn't know. Did you give the PI a list of people arrested in the county for fentanyl? She doesn't think so. Did you ask Kouri how long she was in the bed with Eric before realizing he was cold? And she said it seemed to be almost immediately. Kouri also told the witness Eric was healthy. The next witness, he is the private investigator hired by the Richins family. He's been in this field for 34 years. He just had neck surgery, but says today he has taken no meds because he's giving testimony. He met Katie and her husband Clint in April of 2022. He explained his procedure is to get phones, computers, and he told them, "You're hiring me to get the truth, which can be very difficult to accept, but you guys are going to have to accept it." Whether it was by Eric's own doings or someone else, and they all agreed. Part of that investigation was to look into Eric's death. He was hired more due to a lawsuit filed by Kouri against Katie for control of the trust and the money and to remove Katie as trustee. He did give what information he found to the Summit County Sheriff's Office. He said it would be a crime for him to give the information to anyone without Katie's consent, so he would talk to them about what he found and then turn it over to the sheriff's office. He did try to get that 911 call, but was told no. He talks about how he verifies his hypothesis. And in this case, there were two. Eric took his own life as an accidental overdose, or Kouri had Eric ingest a massive amount of fentanyl to kill him. He goes through all the things he looked at, electronics, the interviews he had with people, and does that support the hypothesis or not? And sometimes you do have to tweak that hypothesis a bit as more information comes in. He interviewed friends and associates of both Eric and Kouri's, people in Eric's business and personal life, the Richins family, and he did attempt to interview Kouri's family, but they didn't cooperate. He analyzed Kouri and Eric's cell phones. Those were being paid by C&E, and they were on Verizon. He obtained the billing records from C&E, and that was authorized by Cody. And there were two different productions of records. The first being January 2022 through May of 2022, and the second, May of 2022 through February of 23. The billing records don't offer content, but you do see numbers connected to their phones. Then you try to figure out who that person is and count the number of contacts with that phone number. The contact that caught his attention, obviously, was Carmen Lauber. He immediately found hundreds of text messages from January to May of 2022. Ahead of Carmen was Kouri's mom and Eric, so he started to investigate Carmen. He found she had an extensive criminal record with drug use and potentially drug sales, as well as a dirty urinalysis in drug court right around the time of Eric's death. The number of contacts between Kouri and Carmen was enough to alert the sheriff's office. He searched the home first on May 8th, 2023. That was the day the sheriff's office released the home. Two of Kouri's lawyers showed up as soon as the sheriff's office departed. However, the witness had arranged for security to watch the home as soon as the sheriff's office left. Counsel did ask him to access the home, and the witness said they agreed one could accompany him for inventory purposes. That attorney stayed a couple of hours and left, and nobody came back. He searched alone for 4 to 5 days. He uses a chest mount or a head mount to put a GoPro on for his searches, and then he has a backup audio recorder. He did say one time in 24 he forgot his camera and had to use his phone. Eric's brother-in-law, Clint, was with him every time, or the witness had authorization because Clint was on his way. On cross, the defense says that the rules between law enforcement and private investigators are different, but the witness says he doesn't agree in every single circumstance. And he gives an example. If an attorney hires him, he is required to go by their ethical standards. But the defense says he could go search the house for 6 straight days if he wanted to. He said Eric's brother-in-law, Clint, gave him a key to use when he needed it. I mean, if the trust wanted to pull up a clown car and have 10 clowns get out and go inside, they could, because at that point, it was done. But let's move on. The home was released on May 8th of 2023, and that was the day he did his first search. But the defense points out that's also when Kouri was arrested. The witness doesn't know when she was arrested. Defense, there's hours of footage of you searching the house by yourself, and the witness said, yeah, I've already testified to that. He did call the police to the house 4 or 5 times when he found things of potential interest. And he said it's true, in every single case he's worked, the police don't get everything. And the defense was like, no argument there. Did police ask you to stop calling? No. He was following the instructions of Katie and Clint to turn over everything of potential value to the Summit County Sheriff's Office. He gives the example. He found an audio recorder in a drawer, so he alerted law enforcement to that. The defense asks about a letter from Eric to Kouri that the witness found in a search on May 10th, 2023. That was on Eric's side of the bed in a drawer, and it was called the Baby Cakes letter. And did you move it? The witness does not remember moving it, and he didn't think that letter was relevant to anything. But he did take a photograph of it on August 9th, 2024. Do you move things around the house often? No. Did you move a computer to your car? He said, if you're talking about Eric's work computer, no. Becky picked it up and gave it to Katie, who then gave it to the witness. She asked about him removing a safe from the home, and he said yes, because Clint asked him to. It was in the closet of the bedroom. From there, he took it to a locksmith. The defense says you busted into Eric's safe. There wasn't law enforcement present, and the witness was like, I don't need law enforcement to babysit me. Okay, y'all, this witness, this PI, top notch, did not stumble, and in fact, corrected the defense several times. He was solid, no doubt. She has him watch a video without sound, saying that he went through a computer in the office, and the witness watches and says, that's actually my computer, and I'm scanning documents in. It did not come from Eric's office. She asks about him sitting outside the house and watching Kouri, and he's like, nope. He did put a GPS tracker on her car, her mom's car, her brother's car, as well as Carmen's. He turned all that information into Summit County. But he did find out Carmen was not driving, so he took that tracker off. How many times did you meet with law enforcement? He said around 5 or 6 times. The defense brings in an email from him to Detective Woody, which says now would be a good time to interview Carmen because she's having trouble in drug court, and he thought she would cooperate with law enforcement. And yeah, he did. And the thing is, this is not unique. You get people in a bind. If they know something that is strong to your case, you work out a deal. Brendan Banfield, we just finished up that trial. Same thing happened. You accused Kouri of lying about the name of the housekeeper, which is her cute cleaner, Nora. Didn't you confirm that was correct later? And he said yes. Were you wrong? And he's like, yeah, I was wrong. Did law enforcement give you access to folders that were linked to their folders like a subfolder? No. However, he did give law enforcement links to his folders. Was one a download of Eric's phone? And he says no. Was it the call log you decoded when you figured out everyone's names? The witness said he had a copy from Eric's iCloud. He turned that over, but they already had Eric's phone. He gave them information from a clone of Eric's phone. But encrypted data like biometrics or an Apple Watch would not come back to a cloned phone. However, text messages, web history, call history, that would be on the clone. So you had access to all his texts? He doesn't think he did. She says, explain why. He's like, you said all of his texts. I did not get all of his texts. He doesn't know how far back that first event goes that he looked at on Eric's phone. How much time did you use reading his texts? He said hours. He has worked 936.3 hours in the case. He charges $125 an hour, but it's not the only billing rate in this case. When he used forensic software and his expertise with the electronics, it was $200 an hour. And the defense points out that would be over $100,000 that he made on this case. Yes. As you're calling for your hypothesis, you want to look at the state of their marriage. He said it's important context, but it's not evidence of anything because he has handled bad cases with divorces time and time again. She asked about texting with friends and specifically names Bryce. Did you read texts between them? He doesn't remember specifically, but if they were there, he would have read them. Did you find evidence of Eric sexting with people other than Kouri? He says, I don't know the parameters of sexting, so my answer is no. She asked about finding texts about Eric saying they had an open marriage. He does not remember that. He was investigating cases around the time of Eric's death where fentanyl was involved. but he found no relation between Eric's case and those cases. Did you call anybody in Mexico or make any trips there as part of your investigation? No. Did you ask to interview Kouri? He said Kouri actually called him January 19th, 2023, and he told her to stop because it would be inappropriate and unethical for them to talk without her lawyer. He then contacted Kouri's attorney. Kouri was mad he talked to a business associate of hers. He did ask to interview Kouri, but it never happened. The defense asked, do you know Eric's trust was suing her for $10 million in a wrongful death suit? And he says no, it's irrelevant to him. The defense brings up the open marriage again and has him look at something she says shows Eric talking about just that. And the witness looks at it and says this was a joke. The defense says Eric texted Bryce. Kouri and I are starting an open relationship tonight, so I told her, I'm taking you home. Did you see sexting between Eric and Bryce? The witness said there were hundreds of thousands of texts. He doesn't remember every one of them. She asked if they talk about very specific sex acts, and the witness said it all seems to be jokes. On redirect, any evidence of an affair between Bryce and Eric, and the witness said there was no evidence of that. And that's where we left off. This poor guy had to put his neck brace on halfway through his testimony because he was having a hard time holding his head up. He literally had a fusion in his neck. And that dude did not take any pills today to be able to testify, but I bet you right now he's popped one and going to go home and put his feet up. He did a great job. What a great witness. One of the best I think that we've had so far. But that's it for today. We'll be running the live stream again tomorrow starting at 10:30 Eastern, so come watch with us. Hope you guys have a good rest of your evening. We will see you soon.